Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new, and welcome to, I guess, like episode 8 of my planning series. I would like to think that the series is going well. This is as far as I have gotten with planning my week. So for this week, I put the 2 videos that I'm looking to produce. This being, well, I'm looking to release. I already have a planning vlog that I just ended the other day, so I will edit it and it will be my first upload of the week. And then I'm starting filming this, and then I'll film, which will be probably go up next week or the week after. I don't have any real start and stop times for these vlogs. And then I'll probably film some kind of money update this week. So that's what's in the this week section. I'm putting the top priorities for the week. I'm starting to, in the priority section, there's a place for 3 priorities. So far I have pay my husband's college tuition and then upload 2 videos. I don't know if I have any other major priorities for this week. And then I've begun creating a to-do list for the week. I'm going to plan out the rest of my week. I'm kind of all over the place, a little bit overwhelmed too. I don't have, it's like I have a lot to do, but like not a lot to do. I don't know, I'm pretty overwhelmed because if you look at my schedule, I literally, after work, technically on my calendar, there's nothing for me to do in the evenings. I don't have any kind of evening obligations this whole week. On Saturday, I am supposed to be babysitting my friend's son for a number of hours so she can attend an event. And then that's pretty much my only real thing that I have all week besides working. However, the reason why I'm a little bit overwhelmed, even though I haven't even planned for the week, I haven't created my to-do list, so it seems like, why would I be overwhelmed when I don't even really know what this week will hold, is because one of the major things that I need to be doing is studying for my clinical exam, and that really overwhelms me. I want no parts with studying, but I also want no parts with failing. I am currently doing these like study lessons and study guides, and it's supposed to be like a foolproof program where the success rate for people who complete the program who go on to take the clinical exam is like 99% or even higher, which would be 100% obviously. But folks who have gone through this learn so many strategies for taking the test and being able to take it with what the testers have in mind, that you normally, people are passing the test, basically the exams, after finishing the program. And my colleague done it and suggested it to me, so I was like, I want parts in that. So I paid a decent amount of money for this program, so I'm just using their study guides and stuff. That's pretty much what it is. I really can take this exam whenever. Like I can take it tomorrow, next month, like I can take it whenever. And I'm trying to take it within the next few months, and that causes me some anxiety, not gonna lie. When I started studying, it was over the summer when I did not work. I think I started at the, when I don't work throughout the summer. I think I started at the beginning of July, and then I went on 2 back-to-back trips, and then I went to work, and now I'm back at work, and it just kind of overwhelms me thinking about studying. I had created this elaborate study guide. I had put the days that I was going to be studying and stuff, and I'm so far behind, and I don't want to do it. It's something that I very well should do. I've invested my money, and obviously the return is going to be substantial, assuming I pass the exam. And this has been something that's been a long time coming. I have, you know, when I finally pass this exam, it's going to be a huge monumental time in my life and for my career, and I cannot wait until it's over. I am not a studious person. I want no parts in studying in my adult life. I finished college. I went from high school to getting my bachelor's degree to getting my master's degree back to back. I did that on purpose so I can be done with school. Even though I graduated with honors and had all of these high rewards and regards and stuff, it's because I think I was just so committed to putting my best foot forward and like getting it over with. I don't want to spend my time studying. It's very annoying. I just don't like it. I don't want to do it. But I know if I lock in and finish this study exam, study guide, study program, then I will be finished with this phase of my life. And I cannot wait. So having to study actually kind of stresses me out. I don't have anything scheduled on my to-do list for this entire week in the evenings after work. So that lends itself to me studying. Without sounding crazy, I have loved the past couple of weeks where I've been having stuff to do and I can put studying on the back burner. But this week I have no reason to put studying on the back burner. In fact, once I finish this vlog and finish planning, I should probably start studying. I should probably study today, but I don't want to, but I probably should. Not I probably should, I absolutely should, and revisit my study schedule and update it, but I don't want to. So I don't have any excuse not to. So that means basically I need to study. I'm looking at next week, same thing. I do have things to do next week, like immediately after work kind of thing, but over the next couple of weeks, I really don't have anything that should be preventing me from studying, which means I have to study. So I need to study every day. Really, I should exercise every day. In addition to exercising, I do something social media related every day. By that, I mean, I am either filming a video every day after work or editing a video. There's that. And then all of my normal regular duties, cooking, cleaning, just like random stuff around the house. The stuff my husband and I tag team. That's not really stressful for me because it's not currently sports season for the sports that my husband coaches. So he's available and free and he can honestly do all the cooking and cleaning and whatever while I'm studying and stuff. He's in grad school as well, or I'm not in grad school. He's in grad school in addition to everything else that we have going on. But I think he just finished his summer classes. So he has a little break until his fall classes start, I guess, next week or the week after. So like I really should spend the next couple of weeks probably locking in with studying, because then my husband can, cook and clean and do all of that, which he kind of has been over the past week, because the students aren't back in his district yet. They go back tomorrow. So even though he went back to work last Monday, he just goes to work and comes back. He doesn't have, outside of schoolwork, he hasn't really been having a bunch on his plate. So I went back to work like 3 weeks ago because we do year-round school. So anyway, I have no excuse not to study, and that kind of stresses me out. So I need to study. That's kind of what I'm up to. I'm gonna sit here and plan, update my planner, I believe, and then I'll kind of just probably show you what I've come up with. But yeah, my to-do list is pretty minuscule, but I don't know, I haven't finished it. I put the most important stuff on here before I quit. So I probably took 2 minutes to plan before I was like, I don't feel like doing this at work. I don't know, I just can't focus on personal tasks at work. And I certainly can't focus on work tasks on my personal time because I don't work after I leave work. Not a chance. I might send an email. I might do like a thing or two, a quick little thing or two. But when I'm off work, I'm off work. They don't pay me to work when I'm off work. They pay me to work when I'm at work. So I have never been one to bring my work home. I'm procrastinating, to be honest, but I'm going to plan. I need to update my digital planner too. Maybe I'll do both of those and be back. I tried to let my dog out to use the bathroom, but it's raining cats and dogs, so she refused, but it's starting to slow down. So maybe I should try. I'll be back. I am back. It's been a little minute. I've been doing random stuff, but productive stuff, I would like to think. So first of all, I updated my Notion, and I should have shown that process. Maybe I'll show it in a next clip, but I updated our August budget, and I updated my August social media page. I updated my TBR, or my book journal, which is also in Notion. Basically, I just updated my entire Notion. I have like this process, and I've done Notion tours before, but perhaps I need to do another one because yeah, I have like a legit process that I use to update my Notion. But at any rate, I did that. I updated my planner, and I also updated my physical planner, and then I also updated my digital planner, which I will show momentarily. But basically, I went ahead and I planned for the week, and I have been using this clean colored dot marker in, I think, Rose, to and I've been using it. Girl, get it together. I've been using the marker, the highlighter, to notate my major events that are happening each week, and I've been putting that in the schedule section. So for today and for the rest of the week, I just put like the major event that is planned or that is happening. I have been using the this week for the videos, which we've already talked about, the priorities for the top 3 priorities, and then the to-dos. And really, I kind of use this, I feel like, Monday through Thursday, and then I kind of fall off from not only this planner, but from all planning Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It would behoove me to start being more mindful about planning out the week on Sundays, but I kind of just don't feel like it, and I find solace, I guess, in planning for Monday at some point on Monday. I've been doing that for a while now. I don't know why, but it would make sense to do it on Sundays. Anyway, I was using this sticky note last week because I was thinking I would need to notate some more stuff because I was out of room, but to be honest, I wrote one to do and then I just didn't come back to it. But it's cool because I can move it from week to week. So I have it here in the event that I run out of space here. I also can use the notes section as well should I need to add any task or to do, but I can't think of anything in particular right now. Today I did make a transfer from money. Oh, we did cancel Peacock. And then I did create some social media posts for my other business. So I created a post for today and for Wednesday, and I went ahead and did that and got that out the way. That's another thing that I've been up to in addition to kind of talking to my husband. I feel like when I stopped recording a while ago, he came home, so we were just chatting and stuff like that. So I do have a few things that I need to do. I did call my doctor, but I really need to call my insurance company. So I did this too. Girl, okay. I need to do my eye doctor check-in for my appointment. There's this registration process, so I need to do that. So I kind of just brainstormed the real major things that I need to do for the week. And I don't have a lot of, like, I guess, things that are happening, events that are happening that I need to prep for. None of these, literally none of these require any prep. I can just show up, essentially. There are no tasks that I need to complete, which is kind of rare because normally there are tasks that I have to complete when it relates to the events. So I just kind of brainstormed the things that I could think of off the top of my head. So I still have some room. This is just a random task or sticky note that I found in a stash and I thought it was cute. So I just literally pulled one out, and I was really trying to test the stickiness of the stickers, or the sticky notes rather, as well. I don't know that they're that sticky, but I have been moving around these sticky notes for a couple of weeks, so maybe that's the issue, but I've been pretty consistent in this planner, as you can see. I did come back here to my notes section and I checked off 1 or 2 of these and just kind of referenced this. This is basically like a running to-do list, things that I would like to do, but I don't have any hard and fast deadline, which that's kind of an issue for me because I love a hard and fast deadline. But this is basically just a running to-do list of a bunch of things that I need to do. And those are kind of just the main pages that I feel like I update each week or each day. So as far as I'm concerned, I am going to leave it open. I've been leaving it open because that makes sense to me. I can do away with this page because it's complete, but I think I'll just keep it in here for now. And then I'll kind of decide if I'm going to do away with it or not. I don't know. I'm still trying to get into a routine. I also updated my digital planner. Let me zoom you out. And I don't know that I needed to update this section at all, like my monthly planner at all. I feel like I didn't need to do any updates here. It's pretty much up to date. I love this planner for decorating, and I don't know, it's just fun. It brings me joy. I did delete my weekly page and my daily page because I know I'm not going to use those, and I will use weekly and daily pages in my physical planner. So I'm not really planning my week or my day in my digital planner any longer. I guess this is called an analog planner since this is a digital planner. I did update my mood board. So this is kind of like a form of journaling for me. I told you I tried 7 Brew. Yesterday, we took my mother-in-law to lunch for her birthday. And then the day before that, on Saturday, we had an all-white party for my mother-in-law and my aunt, whose birthdays are a couple of days apart. And they're also, I guess, not even a year apart. I guess they're 362 days apart or something like that. So anyway, we had a little party here at the house. So I just notated those. You know, I suck at taking pictures, but luckily other people take pictures and I just ask them to send them to me. I also updated my reflections page. I could only think of one low that has transpired since I last filled out this planner or looked at this page, and then one favorite so far. Yeah, I would say. And then I just updated my habits. The issue, like, I haven't updated this, or I didn't touch this. This was completely empty. So that meant on July 31st, July 31st was the last time I tracked any habits. That's not a good look. I should track habits more frequently, but I did not. So I have to basically just rely on my memory and try to do the best that I can. And honestly, with no Apple Watch, keeping track of my exercises or when I'm exercising has been a little difficult, because I would normally just go to my fitness app and I can see all the workouts that I tracked. Or even if I forgot to track the workout, the fitness app would still show if I was active or not. Like, let's say I got 12,000 steps one day, but I didn't actually track me walking because maybe I forgot, or I didn't track a workout at the gym, or, you know, something like that. It would still tell me if I exercised or not, just by basically the amount of steps that I got or something like that. But I don't have an Apple Watch anymore, so I'm just, you know, relying on my memory, which is fine. But yeah, updated that. And then I also took a quick gander. I'm talking like the quickest gander at my bingo card, particularly because the other day I was looking at this and I remembered that there were a couple of things that I wanted to complete this year. Just kind of like fun things. Some of these are fun, some are important. And it prompted me to complete one of these things. Like, as an example, I don't know that I remember specifically that I put that I wanted to attend an MLB game in 2025, though I am aware and have been aware that I've been wanting to attend one for some time. So when I referenced this the other day, I just immediately was like, oh my gosh, I forgot that was on my bingo card. That's something within my realm of possibility. Let me grab some tickets. And so I went ahead and I grabbed some tickets. Obviously, we're going to see the Atlanta Braves. So that is something. And once I eventually do it, it's highlighted now because it's forthcoming and I think it'll actually happen. That's kind of what the highlights are for, things that I actually can do. I can do all these things, but I certainly can do the ones that I've highlighted. But once I actually attend the game next month, I'll come back and I'll highlight it like such. And so far you can see the things that we have done. I'm trying to get bingo. I think I'll end up getting bingo this way. This would actually, like, I just kind of threw these on here in no particular order, just to kind of, I didn't want to put super easy stuff on here, or I didn't want to kind of force the bingo, like put easy stuff up at the top so I could easily get bingo. I threw them on here and I kind of done it, I guess I did it in a way so that they would all be scattered. But I will have you know that these two are going to be the hardest, I would say, of all of these things on here. I would venture to say this one is going to be a little difficult as well. This one is a little difficult, but I would say these two are going to be pretty difficult. And should I complete those, I feel like finally drinking some fancy champagne or trying some fancy champagne would certainly be in order, particularly if I do this one. So I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is I'm hoping that I will hit bingo here, because that would bring me great joy. All of these are things that I would like to accomplish this year, but this one would go crazy. Particularly, like I said, this one is a major one. Of everything on here, if I don't do nothing else this year, I have to do this. This would bring me Like this would elevate my life so much. So I'm hoping for that, but I don't know. That's just kind of the bingo that I'm going for. I don't really care about this one. Like I want this one to be a part of the bingo, and the only other option I guess would be this. And this one doesn't really excite me, but this one would go crazy. So that is what I'm hoping for. But the other little highlighted ones are ones that I'm on track to accomplish and that aren't too difficult. And then some of the other ones are a little difficult, not gonna lie. Like this one and this one. I'm not sure that those will take place. And some of these others, like I think we'll do that one. That one's pretty simple. Like I can do that one. You know, I'm on track to at least fill this up 75% of the way, though that wasn't the goal, but we'll see. But anyway, I did take a quick look at this just to kind of remind myself of what all is on here, even though I did look at it the other day. So that's pretty much what I have been up to in my absence. So it's exactly 6 o'clock now, and I guess I will go study, you know, the thing that I spent a lot of time talking about that I don't want to do, but I'm gonna go do that. I'll check in later. Hey y'all, happy Monday. Today is Monday, August the 18th. It is, you can't even, did you see my screen? You can barely see it because my screen is jacked. My whole phone is jacked up. It is 4:39 and I'm pretty much just getting home from work, and I thought I would pop on here to share a little update. I feel like I haven't been on here in a while, so I don't even know where we left off. I feel like last week was super productive. The week before, my husband's students went back to school following summer break, and while I went back to school previously and my students came back before as well, like back in July. I guess what I'm trying to say is it felt like last week was our first full week of basically getting back into the groove and getting adjusted to school life or work life, because we were off of work for the summer. So that being said, I guess I feel like last week was the first week of getting back acclimated. I had a super productive week. I did plan my week. I've been in my planning bag. Like I really haven't missed a week in a while. For real. Yeah. So I've planned 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm currently planning my 6th week, I think, or 5th week in my planner. I don't know if I showed you August 4th through the 10th, but this is how 11th through the 17th turned out. I've been using these little hexagon stickers just for decor. So that's what I've been doing each week. And then I just planned out this week. Same thing, I've been putting the videos that I plan to release up here, top priorities, my to-dos, and then all of the events, and then just random stuff down here at the bottom in the notes section. But I feel like I've been putting content related stuff down in the notes section. Anyway, I've been keeping up with my planner for the weekly planning and the daily planning, and all of, well, by daily planning, I mean like the planning I'm doing each day, not actually planning my day, if that makes any sense. You know, like you might consider this to be a daily planner, but really it's just a planner. It's not, I don't know if that makes any sense, but in the world of planning, there is like daily planning where you're planning out your day, and then there's just the planning that you do each day, which might include more than just planning out your day, or it might not even include planning out your day. It's just what you do on a daily basis, I guess. So I've been doing that, not planning out my day. I have not been doing that. I mean, in some regard, I do that, but I haven't been using the daily planning pages is what I'm trying to say. But I don't know where we left off. I don't know if I've shared this already, but no, I really don't know where we left off. Anyway, last week I got a notification from Infinite Lotus that I was going to be able to purchase a subscription to their deluxe subscription box. I had went on the waiting list probably like 2-3 weeks prior, and so a spot finally opened up and I took the spot. So from what I have been able to gather, Infinite Lotus has been putting out subscription boxes for about a year. I think maybe next month will be their first anniversary, or the month after that. So I'm getting in like a year later. That's because I wasn't using a personal planner until a few weeks ago. I hadn't ever purchased from Infinite Lotus until a few weeks ago. I didn't even know they had a subscription box until probably a few weeks ago. But I did see that the classic box was available this whole time. I just did not want the classic box. If I remember correctly, either the classic box only comes with inserts or it comes with all of the other planner supplies. Either way, I want both. I want the inserts and I want the other little goodies. In fact, I probably want the other goodies more than I want the inserts. So I'm gonna try that out. This will be my first like planner type of subscription box. I have had a subscription to Scentbird. I have had a subscription to HelloFresh, both of which I loved, but I've never had a subscription box like this. So I'm excited for that. I do not get my first box until next month. So it ended up being that I kind of paid early, but I had to secure my spot. So I kind of prepaid for the September box. So the September box ships around the middle to, I think between the 15th and the 21st. And I think that's how every box ships. Every box ships each month between that time frame. So I'm not expecting to get it until probably, you know, kind of close to the end of September, but all of his contents are curated for October. So you'll see that first box at some point next month, I'm sure, but it'll be for October. I am thinking I might do a monthly set up my planner, refresh my planner type of video, a dedicated video on its own. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. Otherwise, I would just incorporate the unboxing of the subscription box and the setting up my planner in these planning vlogs. But I feel like I'm gonna try doing a dedicated video and see what that's like and see how that feels for me. So that's what's gonna happen. So basically be on the lookout for an unboxing, setting up type of video, or perhaps expect it to be incorporated into these planning vlogs. But I don't know, we will see. I don't know. I've never had a subscription box. You know, I've never had a planner related subscription box, so this is uncharted territory. So we'll see what will go best. I may have shown and incorporated some clips from our book club, but if I did not, we just had our first anniversary for our book club, and we went round and around with what we were going to do. We were going to go out of town, and then we were going to do a staycation, and then it ended up being just going out on Friday and then having a series of events here at my house on Saturday. And Saturday, the most people could attend, so that's when we had the actual book club event. The only thing I'm really planning for at this point is not really anything. You know, if I read the book, that's great. I can attend the virtual meeting. Of course, I'm going to hang with my friends, but I'm sure that'll be some restaurant. I don't have to plan for that. Already bought my dog's birthday gifts. And then my friend did invite me home to her mom's 55th birthday, but I don't think I'm gonna make it because home is too far away to just pop in and pop out. It's a whole thing. And then that silent book club meeting. I was mentioning that I didn't have much left that I'm really planning for August. So in my head, I'm in September. I'm planning for things in September. The book club meeting is in September. I have other things that I'm planning for September. So I'm completely in September with my plans. I'll talk more about that and kind of share more about that process as we are, you know, as we move through the next week or two. As we're wrapping up the month of August, I'll be, you know, kind of planning for September. But that's kind of how my brain works. If there's anything major that I'm needing to plan for, I kind of just focus on that. And then everything else, I just face head on, or it's not that big of a deal to me. But some of those major things I'm planning for, like trips and stuff. I don't have any trips scheduled for the foreseeable future as of right now. But like those are the things that well, I do have a trip planned for October, but that's a work event. So that's a different kind of planning. But anyway, that's kind of what I've been up to. Keeping up with my planner, keeping my life together. I've updated my Notion today. That's something I've been doing on Mondays. Updating my Notion, particularly kind of updating my book journal or tracker, our budget tracker, and all of that. And then also keeping up with my planner. So I've been really proud of last week and this week. Hopefully this week will also yield the same type of productivity as the last week. But anyway, that's what I've been up to. I could very well end this vlog today, but I'm just gonna keep popping in as the time goes on to just chat. Again, I don't really know what I'm doing with these planning vlogs, just sharing my life as I'm planning all the things. Hello everyone and happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, August the 27th, which means that I probably have not given an update in a minute because, well, I don't know, a lot's been going on. I've been trying to get acclimated back into the routine of things, as I mentioned previously, and yeah, anyway, let's just talk about what all's been going on. So this was the last week. As you can see, I had a number of things going on last week. Monday and Tuesday were pretty free, but then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there was, you know, something going on every day in addition to my to-dos. And then now we're in this week. I have been home from work sick all week. You can probably hear it in my voice. So between starting to get sick last week, into last week, and then getting sick, or, you know, really feeling sick, I really was real down bad over the weekend. And then Monday, I wasn't feeling well, still had a runny nose and all of that. And so I'm coming down from it. I still sound a little sick, and I still have some symptoms, but I probably, like, I don't know, I feel like I'll be symptom free hopefully by like the end of the week, maybe by Friday or something, because I'm on the up and up every day. So I love that for me. But anyway, that's what I've been up to this week, is sick. We celebrated my dog's birthday. So one thing I did last week was I ordered her birthday gift. And like I said, I did a couple of things. Drop off car. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what some of this stuff means. I had to order some new computer ink, or printer ink, sorry. And I had to order ink for the first time. When I purchased the printer, probably the beginning of the year, it came with ink. And I don't print a lot of things, but I do print some things. And so I did need to purchase some ink for a number of things that I was going to be printing. So that took place, and I'm going to show you something in a minute. But basically, you know, I put out a video on Monday. I did have a video pre-recorded from last week, and I have 2 videos pre-recorded. So even though I've been sick, I haven't needed to film like a face-to-face video because I've had some in my arsenal. So I put out a video on Monday. I do need to film and put out my September budget, which I would have done by now, but I haven't been feeling well. Maybe tomorrow I'll feel up to it. Maybe if not by tomorrow, then by Friday, and I can put out a video on Friday. I've been leaning towards not putting out any videos on the weekend. Like, I think I'm moving away from that. I think instead of doing like a Wednesday and a Saturday, I think I'm gonna do maybe like a Tuesday and a Friday, or a Monday and a Thursday or something, because filming on the weekend has not been going that well. It used to work back in the day, right when I first started my channel, but it hasn't been working that well nowadays. And I think that is particularly because for the first time ever, my husband and I have schedules that more perfectly align. And so we just spend time together on the weekends, basically, is what I'm trying to say. That's been the case for a few years now, but now I feel like this year in particular, that has been the case, where we have had schedules that align really well. But anyway, I did work out Monday and I did work out Tuesday, aka I went on a walk. I was able to do that in the evenings, and that's been helpful. Not going as hard as I normally would, but still walking a little over 2 miles. So I am on track to meet my goal of working out 3 times this week. Technically on track to meet my goal of uploading 2 videos. And then I have a few things that I need to do. I've done some cleaning and stuff. I've been able to do that since being at home sick. But basically, in just coming on here to share with you what all I am planning, or what all I have planned. First of all, I have been leaving this open. But the first thing that I did, which is kind of fun, is I updated my iPad mini, which is like a Kindle to me. And so that's pretty exciting. I think it's so cute. This is one of the reasons why I needed my printer, or some ink rather, because I was going to be printing off this little insert that I made. So that's kind of cute. And then I'm just repurposing stuff that I already have, basically. This is brand new though. I did get this for $10 off of Amazon. I'm thinking about removing this. It was over here and I moved it and then I put it back on because I felt like it could serve a purpose, but I don't know, it seems kind of cluttered and I can pretty easily remove it. So I'm thinking, like, I want to make use of it, but I just feel like it's kind of in the way for right now. So anyway, this is my Kindle, or my iPad mini that serves as a Kindle. I think it's super duper cute, and I updated it for fall. And then, so that's one thing that was like a little project I was working on last week. I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks. I've probably listened to like 5 audiobooks recently. And then one thing that I decided to plan randomly the other day is a 7-day mission thing to celebrate my husband's birthday for 7 days. So we're going to start on September the 1st and we will end on September the 7th. These stickers I already had around the house, like some sports stickers, and then I already had this envelope, and then I already had paper too, and then of course I had ink. So this was all free, and this is what I've come up with. We're gonna call this, I'm calling this the 36th birthday blitz. I think that's kind of cute. And then this is the entry mission card, I guess, like the beginning mission card. So this will be given on August the 31st. And then the festivities will start on, ooh, one sticker just came off. Look, these stickers are kind of old and raggedy, but we're gonna make this work because, you know, that's my way of, it's kind of like a birthday card, basically, just a free one. So I'm gonna frame this, I believe, or just kind of sit it up somewhere, but probably frame it because I have an empty frame I can use, or I can borrow one from elsewhere in the house. I think I'll borrow the one from the guest room, or we might have another empty frame somewhere, but I'm gonna put this in the frame. So he'll get this August 31st, so he'll know what's forthcoming, and then like the morning of, on September 1st, this will be downstairs along with his tickets. And so I printed these off. I made these in Canva and printed these off. I'll show you the first one. Every great game starts with a strong first play. Tonight's playbook says head to the place where $5 martinis and margaritas are the MVP. So this is his first mission. Some of them are more mission-y, some of them are not. So this is just like a little cute thing, letting him know that we're going to Bonefish Grill, because on Mondays they have $5 martinis and margaritas, and they say that's happening all summer long, but I don't know when the end of it will be, and we haven't been in about a month. We've gone a couple times, so I feel like I want to get one more time in. So we're gonna go on Labor Day, and we'll both be off work, so that's appropriate because we can go in the morning. So that's the first thing, and he kind of already knows about this. And then the second one is, there's also a title for every mission. This one's called Know Your Stats. True champions study the playbook. Tonight you'll face a trivia challenge, sports Augusta, and maybe even a few curveballs about us. This is where he's from. He loves sports and his city, and, or, you know, Georgia, just in general, and us. So I thought that the trivia could be about those 3 things. And then there are a lot of sports related things to Augusta. And then get the W and a prize awaits. So on this day, his prize is actually going to be a jersey, and it's a Falcons jersey with a particular Falcons player that he has been wanting. So that's his, that's number 2. And then I just have them all for 7 days. And we're doing different like little events and activities and such throughout the week. Right, as of right now, obviously Bonefish is going to cost, and purchasing the jersey costs, and then another gift that he's getting costs money, but the sporting events and such we got for free. So anyway, it's just like a cute little, it's not so much a scavenger hunt as it is just like a little challenge. Yeah, they're like little missions. Anyway, I came up with that. That's cute. By the time you're seeing this, this will be either well underway, or, you know, I won't post this until afterwards, obviously, because it's like a little surprise. But I got all of this situated. And so, and I also came up with the trivia questions, and I have those and the answers online. I'm not going to print that because that's a waste of paper. You might say that this is a waste of paper too. Now that I'm thinking about it, I could have just, I guess, yeah, I could have put this on the TV, and then I could have just, I guess, put this on the TV, and then I could have just, I guess, put this on the TV, and then I could have just, I guess, put this on the TV, and then I could have just, I guess, put this on the TV, and then I could have just, I guess, put this on the TV, and then I could have just, I guess, put this on the TV, and then I could have just, I guess, put this on the TV, and then I could have just, I guess, put this on the TV, and then I could have just, I guess, put this on the TV, and then I could have just, I guess, put this on the TV, and then I could have just, I guess, put this on the TV, and then I could have just, I guess, put this on the TV, and then I could have just, I guess, put this on the TV, and then I could have just, I guess, put this on the TV, and then I could have just, I guess, put this on the TV, and then I could have just, I guess, put this on the TV, and then I could have just, I guess, put this on the TV, and then I could have just, I guess, put this on the TV, and then I could have just, I guess, put this on the TV, and which I still can, and I'm thinking about doing that. I might just make this a TV size and put it on the TV, because I feel like that would be cute. I've already wasted the paper and the ink, unfortunately, but I was just thinking when it comes in the living room, I can have it on the TV. But I do kind of want to leave it. I might still frame it though, because I do think it's because it won't be it won't be able to be cast to the TV all week, you know, continually. So that's something that I am thinking about now that I need to do. I need to maybe resize it and make it the size for the TV. But anyway, I got all this situated, so I'm going to put this back where I got it. So I'm kind of planning for that. That is this upcoming week. So technically he gets on Sunday this first little card situation. Yeah, well, I don't really have to blast it on the TV, I guess, because if he gets this card, then he's already going to know about it, and I've already printed this, so I'll just frame it. But putting it on the TV could be cute. So, you know, I might do that as well, just because that's free. But I could have pulled it up on an iPad too, or a laptop or something to save paper. But anyway, that's that. Another thing that I could have done is I could have sent him a text every day with his challenge to not waste paper. So that's something that I'm thinking about that I probably should have done to save myself the paper, but it's okay. So that's gonna be, I'm still recovering, as you can tell. That's kind of what I'm doing now, is spending time recovering. And then his mission challenge will start. And then, yeah, that'll take us to the 7th. And then at that point, it's pretty much time to celebrate my birthday. And so I will take over. I'm also planning for my birthday, but I'm not really planning anything crazy. It's looking like one of my friends, one of my cousins, one of my nieces are coming down to celebrate. So I've already kind of cleaned the guest room a bit. I'll just need to do another once over, and then maybe prep another space, maybe my husband's man cave, for another guest. 2 of them will sleep together probably, or something. I don't know. We don't really care. They're not picky about where they're sleeping. We've all, you know, we've spent time together before many times, so it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, I am kind of prepping for that. I've been cleaning as I can. I meal prepped, all of that fun stuff. And that's pretty much what I'm up to. I am thinking I may have a wine tasting dinner party. So that's what I'm contemplating. I'm going back and forth about it. My ambivalence towards doing it is that I don't know that I want to like just spend any amount of time or energy planning it and being bothered with it, because I don't know. I kind of go back and forth about birthday stuff because I love just kind of going with the flow and doing whatever, you know, and just being flexible, especially if I have guests in town who are coming to celebrate with me. So I don't really care to plan a whole dinner and have that take up time, like setting up for it and prepping for it. And we'd all have to do it, and they would help me do it, of course, but we would all have to set up and prep for it. So I feel like that would take up, between the dinner party and the prep and the takedown and all that, the cleanup and all that, I feel like that would probably take like 6 hours altogether maybe, and they're only going to be in town for like maybe 48 hours. I don't know. It seems appropriate to do something like that, since I'll have guests in town and stuff, and that's one way to entertain, or one thing that we can all get into without having to go out, or, you know, something like that, just something at home that we can do. But again, I just feel like I don't know if I want us to spend our time doing that. These are people who I only see once or twice a year. So I don't know if I want to spend time trying to deal with a dinner party. We'll see. But anyway, I just wanted to come in, give a little update. I will check in with you all at a later date. Hey y'all, happy Friday. It is Friday, August 29th. I am at the tail end of my sickness. I'm in the coughing up phlegm, I guess, stage, but like not too crazy, still a little nasally. But I was in a meeting yesterday, and the principal was like, what you doing with all that coughing? Because even though I've taken off work, I still attended 2 meetings, mainly because they were going to be heavily focused on counseling. If not, then I wouldn't have bothered, because not every meeting is solely focused on counseling or heavily like on the counseling side of things. So I went ahead and attended those meetings, even though technically by law or whatever, I'm not supposed to attend a meeting if I'm off work, but I did it anyway. So the principal was like, what you doing with all that coughing? I was like, I'm at the tail end of my sickness, you know, and he was like, well, keep that over there. And then we were talking and I was like, by the way, you know, I'll see y'all Monday. And then they were like, no, Monday is Labor Day. And I was like, you're right. So all of that to say, I have an extra day to recover. Thank the Lord that I have an extra day to recover. So I'll be back to work Tuesday of next week. Anyway, that's what I've been up to this week, is being sick, but I'm at the tail end of it, thankfully. Anyway, I thought we could do a little planner update. I'm thinking, so this vlog is, the next two videos, I need to film a plan with me video and I need to film a reset video. And then this vlog would go up after that. I just like to stick to my regime. So that means though that this vlog won't be going up until like the beginning of September. All of that to say, I have some time. Like I can technically keep yapping within this vlog up until next week, you know, probably like the 4th or something, and then I'll need to start editing the video to put it up. But yeah, it's really not scheduled to go up until like next Friday, I think the 5th or the 6th. I think I'm moving my upload dates to Monday and Friday, or like Tuesday and Friday, which is unheard of for me. But doing recording and stuff on the weekend and editing and stuff has not been working out that well, which is why I'm off of my routine. At any rate, we need to check in with our planners and update them stat. So let's do that. Okay, so I showed y'all this already, right? Oh, I did take off that thing. I don't know if I showed y'all that I took off the little sticky thing, but I did. And so this is my planner. She's so cute. I need to charge it, even though it's just sitting here and I don't have hardly any notifications, if any at all, coming to this device. It still impact my battery. But one cool thing about my iPad mini, which I use as a Kindle, is that because I don't have any notifications or anything coming to this, the battery lasts like weeks probably, unless I'm using it a whole lot when it comes to reading and stuff like that. But otherwise, if it's just sitting around, the battery life is very long. Okay, let's flip to this week. I just thought about something. I do have a plan that I just scheduled. Today, I'm gonna go and take one of our cars to this tire place. I do not mind. One thing that we do in our home is what works for us, but also I don't mind at all doing any kind of like car stuff, because I just feel like I'm going to take the car and then, you know, whatever they say, you know, if they say this is wrong with it, that's wrong with it, it's perfectly fine, because either I'll make a decision about, yes, go ahead and do something with it, because, you know, I have good decision making skills, or mostly I'm just going to take it up with my husband, and then we normally decide to take the car to our mechanic. So that's kind of what comes of it. But all of that to say, I do not mind taking a car to a dealership whatsoever. Like I just don't mind it, because I feel like I'm just a catalyst, if you will. Anyway, I did schedule, I have two things today. Oh, Lord. Cannot believe I've been sick all week. Tragic. But I think I'm going to have a meeting today. And that's going to be at 1 o'clock. And then I'm taking my car at 3:30. I normally, like, I have been updating this. It's not that important to me. Today is the 29th. I'm not even going to put the car. Oh, I was thinking about going home to my friend's mom. I'm not going home because I'm still sick, but financially I'm not going home anyway. But I was thinking about going home to my friend. Her mom is having a 55th birthday. She's having a party for her, and so I was going to go home, but you know, it's not looking too good. What was I going to tell y'all or do? Oh, right here, I've been keeping track of like all irregular happenings, just basically to keep up with them. So the 15th, we had a car appointment. Again, these are just like irregular happenings that I have been keeping up with. And then we'll see if there's anything I need to update from the 15th. Not really. Okay, I don't know. I feel like that's all for this video, but ooh, y'all probably can see my nose hairs and all. Whew. Literally about to die just from talking and all that for that little short while. The struggle's real. I tried to lay my edges. That doesn't work for me because first of all, I don't have good edge control, but then also my braids here are always like rubbing up against my forehead. So laying my edges isn't something that I spend my time doing. Plus, I'm a millennial and we never cared about that. These younger Gen Zers care about laying their edges, but as a millennial, we never cared. Anyway, if I didn't mention it, my husband's major big birthday gift is being delivered today. I was trying to share about what I'm getting him sort of kind of in the September budget video, but that's going up before he would receive it, so I didn't want to share the price. But basically his big gift is a jersey. He has been wanting a specific, because I'm nasally, I can't really breathe, so that's why I didn't even bother going to work, because at work I'm in and out of buildings all day, meeting with kids, talking with kids at length, talking with teachers and stuff. I just do too much moving around to be in people's faces, coughing and not being able to breathe. And it's too much moving around, you know? So I didn't, because I'm so nasally, that's why I'm not at work. I normally don't look sick. I never look sick, but trust me when I say I am sick. Anyway, his big gift is a jersey because he's been wanting a specific Falcons jersey. I don't know that he has one. He also wants some new shoes, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what kind of shoes he wants. That's all finished. I said all of that to say that one thing that I had forgotten was to do our little trivia, and I finally got that all situated. I talked about that a little bit in a previous clip, but that's all situated, and so now everything is good to go. But because it's kind of cute and I kind of want to document it, I literally may end this vlog and then start up a new vlog on maybe August 31st when I give him his little intro card, and then document a few clips maybe throughout the entire mission. That could be fun, and that might be the start of my planning vlog number 9. I think that's what I'm gonna do, because then this vlog will be basically all of August, and then the next vlog will be like all of September. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so that being said, I am gonna end this vlog here. Come back for the next episode if you wanna see some of the happenings related to his little mission that I'm sending him on for his birthday. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a like, subscribe if you're new. Nasally and I can't breathe. And if you're liking what you're seeing, and I will, what do I say? And I will check with you guys, and I will talk to you, and I will like this video, subscribe if you're new, and if you're like, and I will see you guys right back here, brain fog, yeah, in a few days in a brand new video. Bye guys.